What's up, YouTube?
Welcome to the House of Teel. So we're gonna be doing a Q&A today. A lot of people have sent in questions and we really appreciate it, but I'm also gonna be doing Charles's makeup. He's such a good sport.
I love you.
So it should be fun and interesting. Stick around. So I'm gonna apply the e.l.f. hydrating face primer because he is a little, is he a little dry right here? A little oily right here. That's okay. So first question is the number one question we got asked is how did you meet, start dating, and the proposal? So do you want to take it from there?
How did we meet? We worked at Kalahari together in Zulu. Back in the day. It was really fun, actually.
So is it gonna be like weird to say that I don't remember like meeting you exactly?
Damn, I wasn't memorable?
No, like I don't remember the
Wow.
exact like meeting you. I just remember working with you and then, but we didn't work together for very long, right? Because I moved to a different outlet.
Yeah, you went to cafe.
Yeah, I went to a different outlet and then from there you had passed through the outlet to leave work. So that's kind of how we started talking, right?
That is.
And there was one night I was like really frustrated at work and like I was being held over late. So you were passing through and I asked you if you would help me finish cleaning up. And you're like, yeah, but I need a ride home. So I was like, oh, that's fine. So I gave you, like, you helped me clean up and I gave you a ride home. Yeah, it's kind of how it started. And then I'll never forget the day. All of a sudden, Charles walks up into my outlet, slams his hands on the counter and says, Brandy, when are we going on a date? And he had me from there.
That was it. It's part of my plan, y'all. It's really just listen. That's how it started.
He asked me for my phone number. And so I gave it to him. And he was like, I'll call you when I get home. And he never called me. He never texted me or anything. And so I mentioned it to his roommate, fellow friend. She was like, oh, well, let me give you his phone number. And so I texted him. I was like, hey, it's Brandy. And you said, I know, Goofy. And so like that's the beginning of us. That was his plan all along, to have me chase him. And it worked.
It worked, and I love you.
I love you too. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw anything crazy. But I did buy specifically makeup for Charles. I got the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation and also the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I use these products on myself anyway, so I'm a Walmart kind of gal. I'm a cheap gal. Next question, kind of following that up. When did you know they were the one?
Boom. Look, I've been waiting for this question. So I knew she was the one on the first date. Not gonna lie to y'all. I think at the time, what was out? Our first date, we went to the movies, obviously, so cliche. We went to go see Thor 2, but at the same time, there were a couple other like rom-com, like lovey-dovey movies out. So when I asked her what she wanted to go see, and she said Thor, that was it. She won me over at that point.
Little did he know I only wanted to see it for Chris Hemsworth, but it's fine. It worked out.
My roommates at the time, Taylor and Eric, like I was just like head over heels. I kept telling them like, dude, this is like the perfect one. She's the one. I can't wait. And so Taylor was like, well, I gotta meet her, because at the time Taylor's like my sister. I knew it at that moment. How about you, babe?
I knew you were the one and I even tweeted about this at the time. I guess stereotypically most guys like aren't into like musicals or like anything like that. And when we first watched Pitch Perfect, like the first one, and you sang every single song word for word and we're dancing and everything, I knew. I'm like, okay, this is it. He's the one. So I'd say like this color's pretty good. Like I didn't do too bad. It might be a little red for you. I had to do it online. And gals, you know how hard that is anyways, so even just for ourselves. Next question. This is the second most popular question. How did you get Nike? For some reason, for those of you who don't know who Nike is, come here, boo. Come on. Nike.
Hi, Poo.
This is our son. This is our boy. Yeah, say hi to the people.
You're gonna be on the YouTube. He's like, get this on.
He's camera shy, huh? So Nike, we got shortly before our first anniversary. We were together for about 10 months at this time. And Charles wanted to go to Cleveland, where he's from, Cleveland area, and to see one of his best friends. I thought we were just going over there to hang out until we get there, and I already knew that this friend had Nike. And I'm like sitting there playing with him, and then all of a sudden Charles looks at me, he's like, so you want to take him home? I'm like, what? Like, of course I want to take him home, he's a dog. So yeah, that was his plan all along, was to get me Nike. And it was the best thing that could have happened to us. That's our son.
Shout out to the bro, Dion. I appreciate you.
That's our boy. That's our whole world. The follow-up question was, why is his name Nike? That was what came with it, and it just stuck. He just seems like a Nike. He is. Yeah, he's a Nike. Okay. Do you want another pet, and what kind?
Yes. I want a husky. She will not let me get one because our apartment is really small. Most of you guys have been over here. You guys know. Right now, with us in the process of planning this wedding during this quarantine, we're hoping to get a bigger place here soon. Because I love huskies and they're beautiful, and I want to name them Sirius. And if you guys don't know what Sirius is from, it's from Harry Potter.
For those of you who don't know, Charles is a Harry Potter freak. And I'm a Disney freak, so we balance out each other's nerdiness, right?
This is true.
Now, however, of course, I want all the dogs. I don't want a husky because I know, like, they're a ton of work, very hyper, and they're very destructive if you don't, like, train them properly, or if they don't get, like, enough exercise that they need. I've always wanted a German Shepherd, or a boxer. I've, like, fallen in love with boxers. Shout out my girl, Sugar. My
Sugarfoot.
Yes, that's my girl. I'm gonna go in with my Cody Airspun translucent setting powder. Just like a hit of it, just to set all of his makeup in place. Yeah, I would love to have another dog.
Nike needs a brother or a sister.
He does. He loves hanging out with other dogs.
And he likes bigger dogs too. He does not like small dogs at all.
No, he doesn't. He's got big dog syndrome. He thinks he's a big boy.
But if we can't get another dog, I would love to own a clownfish. I've like loved fish since Finding Nemo, so I want a clownfish and a yellow tang.
The yellow tang?
Yellow tang. I could take a blue tang too.
A blue tang. All the tangs. All the colors of tangs. How do you get through to unemployment?
It's a joke. The first day that I got through, I was up at 5 a.m. and I just kept calling and hanging up, calling and hanging up, calling and hanging up. And then I finally got in at about 7:50. And within maybe like 10 minutes of being on the phone with the lady, everything was fixed and sorted out. It's just about patience. Obviously at this time, we all know, you know, most of us are without a job at this point. So I know patience is the last thing anybody wants to hear. But you'll get everything back to when you first filed. So just be patient and wait.
Good answer. How's everybody doing, by the way? Like, with this whole situation? I know everything's kind of crazy and everybody's bored, which is why we decided to start making these videos. And for the record, we're not making videos like to get YouTube famous or anything like that. Like, I personally want to just look back on these like funny, cringy, goofy videos that I know we're gonna make.
This is our first video, so I'm letting you guys know our editing is probably gonna be crap.
Oh, it's gonna be trash.
Y'all better hope we don't just upload the whole thing and be a whole 40-minute show.
Going in with the contour, gonna get you chiseled.
that what I'm supposed to do?
Huh? There you go.
Wait, do I gotta really do that? I'm not doing that.
No, you don't have to do that.
Where you?
This is definitely not dark enough for you. That's okay. I'm gonna use an eyeshadow brush.
Okay.
That you! That you! Somebody needs a haircut. All three of us, really. Everybody needs a haircut right now, don't they?
Quarantine 2020.
What is your favorite food? Both of you can only choose one.
Tacos.
Tacos? Really?
Tacos. Ow. What? Tacos. I
mean,
need tacos every day.
I know you like tacos, but like, I'm surprised you didn't pick like barbecue or something. Mine's steak. Like, steak and potatoes all day. We cannot wait to go to Texas de Brazil after this is all over with.
Shout out to Texas de Brazil. If you guys could sponsor us or something.
Give us the steak and the lamb chops.
Yes.
You don't have to pay us or anything. It's to die for. So yeah, my favorite food is steak. Hands down steak. And then probably seafood. After that, I know I'm a little bougie. But... Top 3 Disney movies and why? I'll start. I got this. My top 3 favorite Disney movies. Ready? The Lion King, 1 and 2. Best Disney, one of the best Disney sequels there is. Number 2, I don't know what would necessarily be number 2. My top 3 are Lion King, Moana, and Frozen 2. I like the first one, but I'm obsessed with 2. Like all the songs, all like just the plot itself, I think it was so much better than the first one. For adults, it's so much more relatable.
Lion King 2 though?
Yes, I love Lion King 2.
I would have to say Lion King, Toy Story. I'm tired of Toy Story not getting the love that it deserves.
Oh, I love Toy Story, but...
And then Finding Nemo. Oh, look at my hairline. Ooh, she giving me the LeBron. She fixing my hairline. Hey, LeBron, if you happen to see this, I'm just joking, man. You the real MVP.
Let me give you a little nose contour. Just
What I do?
No.
Did I do the Voldemort?
no. Snatch it all the way off your face.
One of the questions was what's our favorite TikTok right now? And by far mine has to be, can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
I love that TikTok.
The Carol Baskins thing is hilarious too. And I will say this, I have not watched Tiger King. I refuse to watch it. But All American though,
Oh, that's our shit right now.
hop on All American. We gotta finish it.
We do. Okay, I'm gonna take my blush. This is probably not gonna be dark enough for you. As you can see, there's a big color contrast between the two of us. So some of the
I didn't notice.
For those of you that don't know, I love to do makeup, and Charles is a good sport, as you can tell. I'm gonna go into this darker red color down here in my Morphe palette. See if just ever so lightly.
Is this the Morphe I got you?
Yeah. This is, I'm not sure which palette it is, but it's one of my Morphe palettes. It has like all red tones in it. Now you don't want to just do it on your cheeks, so you kind of want to blend it up. We're not doing clown makeup here. No, no, no. When do you guys plan on having kids?
Oh. Do you want to answer this or do you want me to answer it?
Yeah, after we get married, hopefully once all this corona stuff dies down, that's one of our next moves.
I've been trying to have a kid for 5 years. We've been together almost 7 now.
Listen, I got sponsorabilities.
I got responsibility. But it's coming, y'all. Just be patient. Just be patient.
Yeah, everyone be patient. Along those same lines, what's your next big thing after the wedding? Besides kids, we want a house, like desperately.
Yeah.
We need a big yard for Nike and our future puppers.
Yes.
We're always looking, and we found like a lot of places we really like. Highlight. Can you see that? Ooh, look at that. Ooh.
That's my beard.
I know, I'm trying to move your face. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Do you see yourselves moving out of Ohio? I can see both because, like, while I don't necessarily want to live in Ohio, I would love to live, like, in Tennessee or the Carolinas, Texas. I also feel like I would definitely get homesick, and especially with, like, first starting to have kids. So we're open.
That's her part of the question. I've been wanting to be out of Ohio.
Since before we got together.
Yeah, way before we got together. My destination I want to go to is Orlando because I want to work at either Universal or Disney. That's just my dream. I love being in the hospitality industry, so like, why not go to Orlando? Someone here won't let me go to Orlando because she's afraid of hurricanes and a crocodile or alligator coming and snatching up my dog.
Yeah, Florida is like a no for me, dog.
But Tennessee is definitely on our list. Like South Carolina, North Carolina for sure. Oh, that feels good.
Does it?
Arizona. Arizona's beautiful. Colorado. I could definitely go to
I could get down with Colorado.
Colorado Springs. I've been there. Shout out to my best friend. But yeah, we definitely do want to get out of Ohio. But like she said, with family being here and starting a family, it takes a village.
Just brushing up your brows.
That's good.
I shake them a little bit.
Got Picasso them bad boys.
Yes. Okay. What is your least and favorite qualities about each other?
I was hoping.
Are y'all trying to make us break up already in the first video?
Questions.
I would say I have pet peeves against you. Like, there's nothing that like really don't like strongly dislike about you by any means, but I'd say I have like my pet peeves against you.
What did I do?
You annoy the heck out of me.
Yeah, but that's every relationship though. I'll purposely wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and try and wake you up. It's cool. You'll be fine.
But that is also one of my favorite things about you is like, not that you annoy me, but like you always keep me on my toes and just make it exciting, I guess.
I don't know.
Sometimes
Again,
you go a little too far.
I don't think there's anything I would say I necessarily dislike. I know you're like, oh, just answer the question, but sometimes where she's not as spontaneous as I would like her to be or adventurous.
No, I pretty much stick to my comfort zone.
And I've tried over the years to definitely get her to step out of her comfort zone, such as this video right now. She definitely would not have been doing this earlier in our relationship.
I'm nervous.
But I think that's one of the good things about our relationships is we do push each other and pull each other out of our comfort zones.
You're right. Although you don't have that much of a comfort zone.
I know, I'm all over the place. I'm a wild card.
You're a wild card. You're down for just about anything. How do they look? I think they look pretty good. Pretty darn good. Have you learned anything new about each other while stuck in the house during quarantine?
Yes.
What?
I learned how Brandy likes to make her coffee.
You did.
Now listen,
Yeah.
listen. Y'all might think that's not that big of a deal, but this girl drinks coffee every morning. And fellas, if your girl drinks coffee every morning, you need to wake up before her and make the damn coffee. Okay? Trust me. It will make the rest of your day easier. She'll be at work and she'll be thinking about that cup of coffee you made. And if you fancy, make it the night before and give her iced coffee. Boom. Relationship tip, guys.
So I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and since it's just me that drinks coffee, I just do instant coffee. So it's super easy. Just boil water on the stove and then pour the coffee in, water, creamer. But yeah, you learned how to do that, and it's like a much nicer way to wake up than you like jumping on the bed. It was like, babe, wake up, wake up, wake up.
I love you though.
I love you too. I wouldn't say it's something new that I've learned about you, but I've like noticed more is that you are a social person. And like I've always known that he's a very social person. Like he'll talk to literally anyone, but like you do not do well without your friends. And so he's really struggling during this time. I think Call of Duty and Madden has definitely helped because you can still talk to your friends and hang out, but you like need your friends.
Like I need you, but like I think sometimes when you get in a relationship, people think that it needs to always just be my partner, my partner, my partner.
No.
And we don't take the time to think about ourselves and like our social needs outside of our relationship. So like being in this quarantine and like just being stuck with her, like I love her to death, but it's nerve-wracking.
Oh, I get it.
Like I definitely do need my friends. Jamie, I love you. And if y'all don't know, I was Jamie's best man in her wedding. Jamie will drive past and like snap a picture of our house just to say hi. Like it sucks that she has to drive by and she can't stop, but it has been a trying experience without, you know, having to see your friends whenever you want to. Oh yeah.
Look at that. Brandy, what is your favorite treat to make at work? So for anyone that doesn't know, I work at a gourmet chocolate shop and I love my job. I love everyone I work with. Shout out to my girls. I miss you ladies so much right now. But I do have my fair share in what I get to make at work. I'm mostly like counter and like waiting on guests. But I do make quite a bit, and I'd say like we make a variety from chocolate strawberries, pretzels, Oreos, caramel apples, like truffles, all that kind of stuff. And I'd say like my favorite things to make are these cookie dough balls, and then we dip them in milk chocolate and drizzle the top. Oh my god, they're to die for. But I tell you what, like those are also one of my favorite things to eat at the store. Yeah,
you know what I like that she makes? The cheesecake club. Oh my god, I can't even talk right now. Just thinking about them, I haven't had them in so long. They're cheesecake covered, chocolate covered strawberries, and they are amazing.
If you had a chance to visit the future or past, but it risks changing one unknown thing in the present, would you? I've thought about this numerous times before, and I wouldn't visit the future because I know myself, and if I didn't like what I saw in the future, I would try and change it in the present, and it would probably lead me to that anyways. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want to know like what my future like is, I guess. I would go to the past, and I would like to go so far back that I could meet my grandfather on my dad's side, my papa, because he died 2 years before I was born, and everyone says he was so cool and so awesome, and I've just desperately always wanted to meet him. So that's what I would do. I would go to the past, even if it changed the future.
I don't know. So I'm a gambler, so either way,
you'll probably go
I'm
forward
all
and
in.
see like who wins sporting events and stuff.
That would be something I would do. If we're being like super serious, and this is probably, you know, gonna trigger some people in this video, but like I would probably go back and stop slavery from ever happening if I could. Like hands down, from an African American male standpoint, like just African American in general, the advances that, you know, African Americans have made.
Yeah.
Because we were brought over here. You know, those things may not have been created, so it's kind of hard to say that that would be the one thing I would change, but I would go back and try and stop it. But of course, that's all hindsight, you know, so.
You're making me sound real selfish. Do you have anything you would change like in your personal life? Or is there something you would want to do like personally? Like is there anyone in your family you'd want to meet or like see your parents' younger selves?
I guess I probably would go back to the 80s and try and kick it with my parents. That seems like that'd be cool back then. I mean, my dad's pretty cool now, if anyone knows my dad.
Look down, please. No, like, there you go.
He's kind of like my best friend. So, yeah, I'd probably go back, kick it in college with my dad, maybe. Ooh, see what my grandmother was like back in the day, old cheesy.
What is each of your dream jobs? If I had like a dream job, it would be like something with animals, especially dogs. Like I would love to own like a I would say like a dog cafe, but obviously that's very unrealistic compared to a cat cafe. But I would love like something with dogs, like a dog hotel or a doggy daycare, something
Dog
like that.
sanctuary, yeah.
Oh, I would like love that.
My dream job, my dream job is not to work for somebody. Tired of making other people money. It's so serious, but like I would honestly, I'm such a simple person. I've said this before, like I want to own a food truck. So if I could own like a taco shack or something somewhere in the Caribbean, just right on the beach, that's like my dream. Wake up every day, some flip flops on, just living the life. Namaste, be with douchey. Man, we travel so much, so like there's so many things that I would want to do, but I do want to be a travel agent. If I ever chose to have to work for someone, I can still work for myself in that aspect.
I like that. Okay, time for the eyes. Ready? You have very like little eye space, so there's not a whole lot I can do there, and you have hooded eyes. Do you know what that means?
It's because I'm black.
No. Like look straight and look at your eyes compared to mine. Like you can't, with your eyes open, you can't see your eyelid like at all.
Oh.
Like actually covering your eyes. Whereas me, like mine are, I'm fortunate enough to like it be kind of open and I have a lot of lid space. You don't have a lot of area to work with. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my favorite palette. It's my Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette. Let me just show you.
Can I pick what you're doing, or are you just doing something?
I was gonna do pink, but you can pick whatever you want.
No, you go ahead. Do you?
I'm gonna try pink. I don't know how it's gonna
sit
turn
here.
out. Okay. What Harry Potter houses are you in?
Ravenclaw.
And I am a Hufflepuff. And yes, we took the actual quiz on Pottermore to find out what is your Patronus for like all the Harry Potter fans out there.
I'm a hare. So.
He's a bunny rabbit.
Which is funny because yours is.
I'm a bloodhound, like a dog, which is funny because bloodhounds chase rabbits, and I was chasing him when we first got together. Like it's very fitting. It's kind of crazy.
Meant to be.
Meant to be.
Over the course of our relationship, we've noticed so many things that we have that are not so much in common, but they like complement each other. We have birthmarks and like.
Yeah, we both have them like
right next to each
on
other.
Our rib
We have the same middle name, just spelled different.
We do.
Both our birthdays are in September. Her birthday's a week after my mom's. So there's it's funny the amount of things that come up that we've had in common with each other. Your stepdad's name's Chuck.
Your dad's name's
My name's Chuck.
Well, your name's Chuck, yeah.
My dad's name's Chuck, so it just further solidifies like the meant to be kind of thing.
I don't care what anybody says. These little sponge things, like they work great. I don't know why everybody disses on them. Like they think like, oh, like they're so, cheap and blah blah. Which yeah, they are. But they literally like pack on the product and you get like the most out of the product. That's a whole different video. It's makeup advice. But anywho, which Harry Potter movie is the alpha? Like, what's your favorite Harry Potter movie?
Oh, Order of the Phoenix. By far.
Order of the Phoenix?
By far, Order of the Phoenix is my favorite movie. I think that was the movie where, like, Harry started to, like, really kind of feel himself a little bit. But I feel like that's when the story started to kind of, come to life with how serious everything was that was going on around him. What would you say, babe?
I think, I don't know, I'm always between 3, Prisoner of Azkaban, and 5, Order of the Phoenix. Like, because I love Sirius. He's one of my favorite characters, and I love when he gets introduced into the franchise, and especially the ending. Like, it's just so hopeful that Harry could end up with Sirius, and like he finally found the family like he wanted. I love that movie. I love 5 too. Like that's probably a close second. If not, actually, yeah, that's a close second. If the other person were a Disney prince or princess, who would they be?
If you were a Disney princess, honestly, don't be mad. I would say she's Ariel, because she means well, she loves hard, but man, this girl can be so lost sometimes and clueless.
You think-
Yes, and she gets distracted so easily by the littlest things. I love
I'm
you to
offended.
death, but it's the truth.
That's one of my favorite Disney movies, but I'm offended. I don't know, like, who you would be. Because, like, a lot of the princes, like, their personalities and stuff aren't, like, portrayed in the movies. So, I'd have to say... Huh.
I don't personally. I think I'm more like along the lines of Finn, but Flynn Rider.
Flynn
but,
Rider.
That's just me.
I love Flynn Rider. He's probably my favorite prince.
I could be Kristoff too.
I love
I don't know if he's actually considered a prince or not, but I could be Kristoff. Just because personality-wise, like I feel like those two fit my personality. Just like loving, kind of carefree, but willing to do whatever for the people they love. So, which most of the princes do that, but those two specifically kind of more embody what I feel I am as a person.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I would say Sven. Or
Sven.
Oh my god, I am so sorry. No, I would say Kristoff. Especially in this movie. In Frozen 2, I feel like he got his song where he got to sing and really show his emotions that most Disney guys don't ever.
Not even just Disney guys, but guys in general. We're afraid to show emotion and love.
Yeah.
So I definitely.
And you are not afraid
No.
to show your feelings by
At
any
all.
means. Which actually is probably my favorite thing about you.
We had that question 20 minutes ago.
I
You just haven't
know.
answered it.
I know. If you weren't together, where would you be?
If we weren't together, I'd probably be working at Disney or Universal right now. Funny story about that is after
Close your eyes, please.
my previous relationship, I actually did have an interview at Disney. But because everything had happened the way that everything went down, I didn't have any money to go and fly down for my interview. Which thankfully, it sounds really messed up, but thankfully it didn't happen because we wouldn't have met. I would have had my dream job, but not the woman of my dream. So I guess there's about sacrifices. I am looking down.
Okay, I'm just gonna
You gotta answer the question a bit.
blend that a little bit. Where would I be? I'd probably still be living at home. Still, I don't know if I'd be working where I am. I feel you influenced that a little bit, so I'm thankful that I work where I do. I'm not sure. I probably wouldn't be too far off. Still stuck in the same area, doing the same thing. What song do you think describes your relationship?
God Bless the Broken Road. By far.
I think that's a good one because we were both kind of in weird places when we found each other, but we also weren't looking
No.
when we found each other because you had just gotten out of a decently long relationship, and I don't know. I was at a weird point in my life. I had just graduated high school, and y'all know who that is.
Well, made me sound like a cradle robber.
How have you been able to stay together for so long?
Communication, compromise, and comprehending. Shout out to my sister for that too. Your little 3 C's, by the way. You want to make sure that you are communicating with your partner whenever there are issues. We try to communicate as much as possible, but you have to also understand. You also have to understand that they may not see everything from your point of view, but you have to be patient with people. Sometimes she has issues that I can't help her with at the time, and you got to give them time and space. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but before this, she wasn't in too many relationships, or they weren't long relationships.
A week.
And before this, my longest relationship was 2.5 years. So we're going on almost 7 now. So there was a lot of things that she wasn't used to when it comes to relationships. And there was a lot of things that she would do that kind of like made me kind of pause, because in previous relationships I had gotten so used to kind of the negativity in the relationships that I just thought that those were normal responses. So she kind of changed my view of how a relationship should be as well. And I think that's what a partner should do, is open your eyes and give you a new view on life. And that's basically what she did for me. So
yeah, absolutely. I would definitely say communication. I mean, we still like work on that. Like, it's a process. Patience is another thing, especially if, and it, like, we get on each other's nerves. You already know.
yeah.
But like in other aspects too, like with each other's views and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah. I just wanted to be very clear, because a lot of people think that we don't argue. We've gotten to a couple like hardcore arguments and debates, but the one thing at the end of the day is that we never go to bed without saying I love you. So I don't want people to think that we're this perfect, you know, couple, because we're not.
Absolutely not.
And we do have our moments where like we do let stuff build up, instead of addressing it right then and there. But that's with everybody. Sometimes it's about finding the time and the place to bring that topic up.
Very open. Sharp enough to kill a man. That was a good question. That was kind of like along the, like, some people ask for advice for like relationship stuff and whatnot. So I think that was a good question. Oh, this one was sent by like one of our friends. He was very sweet. He said, as you know, Brandy is a pretty lady. How does she and how do you handle it when guys try to hit on her? It doesn't happen very often.
Whoa, let me tell you, I think I know who sent this. So early on in our relationship, I used to do this thing where like, because I used to be her supervisor at one point, briefly. I don't want to hear none of the crap that anybody's gonna say. But like, people will come up to the register to order stuff, and I'd be like, yo, like, she's cute, ain't she? And I would like try to get guys to hit on her. To me it was just to boost her confidence. To me it wasn't
anything weird
or
anything
it wasn't like
that.
I was purposely trying to like hook her up with anybody else, but it was nice to see other people wanted something I had. I really hadn't had that before in a relationship, so it was nice. And I'm not the jealous type.
Not at all. Like, if I've ever gotten hit on, obviously I'm like respectful, but we both have like kind of flirtatious personalities, but we know that about each other.
Yeah.
And we just like never take it that extra step, obviously. But trust is like a huge thing with any relationship. So I mean, like, I've seen girls like hit on you before, and I'm like,
and I'm completely oblivious to it, by the way.
Well, it's kind of along the same lines. Like I don't care if girls hit on you, because I know.
She know what I'm coming to at night.
Trust you completely, absolutely. Okay. Would you rather fight 800 tiny ducks or 10 huge ants?
800 tiny ducks. But it depends on how huge the ants are, though.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Are they human-sized ants? I don't know. But if they're not,
is it like,
then I'll take 10 ants.
Is it like, would you rather fight 800 ant-sized ducks or 10 duck-sized ants? I guess would be like a better way to rephrase.
Well, I don't like ducks. I don't like anything with wings, so yeah. I might have to choose the ants in that aspect.
He has a serious fear of birds.
And if you want to know, I got attacked once while I was at work. I'm not gonna say where I was working at, but I don't want no lawsuits or anything like that. But yeah, I got attacked and it hit me, knocked my glass off my face. I ran the building blind as a bat. I couldn't see.
Okay, mascara real quick. Are you okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay. If you were a superhero, what would your power be?
Mine
would be to talk to animals.
This is something like I've thought about.
And to fly.
Over the years. Can I pick a superhero I would be?
Sure.
I don't want to just pick a power.
Sure.
Green Lantern, by far. He's like my favorite. I know I'm more of a Marvel person, but I know that he's DC.
Link. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
When you get the bottom, just look up. You look like you're rolling your eyes at me.
Mm.
I'm gonna do your right eye. Oh,
Wow.
but that's just your fake mole. That's your beauty
Beauty
mark.
mark.
Everybody's got them, yeah. Okay. Last question. Where is the naughtiest place you've had sex, and what is your favorite position? Okay, that's all the time we have. Thank you for stopping in at the House of Teel.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Anybody want to see what you turned out like? Look at you. That was an accident, but we're going to keep it because it looks good there.
Beauty mark.
Yeah, beauty mark. You look gorgeous, babe.
Hmm.
Flawless.
Hi. I love you.
Hi, baby. Thank you, everyone that submitted their questions. It was a lot of fun doing.
Yes, Nike enjoyed this video as well.
Yes. But, you know, he needs attention. He needs the belly rubs now.
Yeah.
So,
So, Mike, I love you.
we love you. Say bye.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye. Thanks for stopping in at the House of Teel. See you next time.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Bye. Bye.